The program you are about to hear has been pre-recorded for airing at this time. Please hold all phone calls. Once again, this is a pre-recorded program. The views and opinions of the guests on the Wyleaner Show are those of the guests and are not necessarily the views and opinions of the hostess Wyleaner and or her co-host.
She's always dealing with reality. With love she imparts her songs of the heart. She knows that food for thought will make you grow. Come on and find out what you need to know. 'Cause learning is the golden mode, where the rubber meets the road. From Las Vegas, the Wyleaner Show.
What kind of music do you play in your church? You know, inquiring minds really want to know what kind of music do you play in your church. Y'all know what show this is. This is the Wyleaner Show, and you know who I am. I'm Wyleaner, the Las Vegas Queen of Gospel. And if I tell you I'm excited to be back with you again today, yes, indeed. I am looking forward to the next two shows because we're going to be talking about music in the church. What kind of music should you be playing in your church? I don't know, but y'all going to tell me all about it. I tell you, I'm excited to be back, and I want to welcome everybody back, all of you who are out there watching on WyleanerTVShow.com, who's watching on KKVV.com, who's watching on YouTube, and who's watching on Google Hangout, and who's watching in Pakistan, and who's listening on Spreaker, and everybody all over the entire wide world who's tuning in to the Wyleaner Show. You are the bomb. Thank you so much, and I want to make an extra special statement here today. I want to say happy birthday to my producer, Paul. Happy birthday to you, Paul. I know you're just going to have yourself a ball as soon as we finish with the Wyleaner Show. I'm not mad at you, Paul. I am not mad at you. I think I would do the same thing too if it was me. All right. So anyway, listen, you guys, I have some great guests that are here with me today, and I'm looking forward to finding out what they're going to tell us about music. We've got 3 denominations: non-denominational, Southern Baptist, and Kojic, I believe. Okay, so listen, you know what I got to do. I got to go buy some sponges, got to pay those bills. You know who I am. I'm Wyleaner, Las Vegas Queen of Gospel, and this is the show where the rubber meets the road. We'll see you in a minute.
Hi, this is Wyleaner, the Las Vegas Queen of Gospel. First of all, I really do appreciate your listening and viewing my show every week. I would greatly appreciate your financial assistance as well to keep my show on the air. Please just make some type of contribution. $5, $10, $20, $50, $100 or more. Whatever you desire. Please log on to www.wyleanertvshow.com and click the pay button. Or please send your check or money order to Wyleaner, that's spelled WYLEANER, to 420 North Nellis Boulevard, Suite A3, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89110. Also, if you would like to be a guest on the show, please call 702-242-2100 or email me at WyleanerTVShow@AOL.com. That's all for now, and thanks again for your continued support. Blessings to you too, and this is where the rubber meets the road.
Okay, everybody, listen, we are back, and I'm excited that you're back with me. Okay, listen, if you would like to make a donation to the Wyleaner Show, please do so at WyleanerTVShow.com. Just click the pay button up there at the top of the screen, and you can make that donation to help keep this show going. Okay, and that would be greatly appreciated. And also, if you would like to be a guest on the show, you can give me a call at 702-242-2100. That's 702-242-2100, or shoot me an email at at WyleanerTVShow@AOL.com. Okay, that's WyleanerTVShow@AOL.com. Listen, I've got my guest here, and I was expecting another guest, but I don't see the other guest, so we're going to move forward with my two guests that I have here, and I have one in the studio with me, and then one guest that's calling in from who knows where. This person is going to tell me where he's calling in from. But anyway, I'm going to start with my guest that I have sitting here with me today. And we're talking about music. So the gentleman that I have sitting here with me, if you're watching the show, you already see that there's someone sitting here. And let's tell you a little bit about him. Pastor Henry E. Black Jr. is a native of Las Vegas, graduated in 1985 from Western High School, and is the father of three. Pastor Black has been serving Southern Nevada as an on-air radio personality at KCEP Power 88.1 since 1991. He is also the program director of the new 24hourgospel.com internet radio station. He's known for his high energetic and vibrant voice as HB, the GP, Henry Black, the gospel personality Black. Black has always been known for being a cutting radio personality. Pastor Black is an affiliate member of the National Gospel Announcers Guild since 1993. He is now one of the most respected and sought-after gospel music radio personalities in Southern Nevada. He has promoted, interviewed, and staged with some of today's most influential gospel artists, such as Dr. Bobby Jones of BET, Kirk Franklin, Yolanda Adams, Vicki Wyleaner, Rance Allen, Pastor Marvin Sapp, Fred Hammond, just to name a few. August the 15th, 2015, Pastor Black, a.k.a. HB, will be inducted into the Nevada Broadcasters Hall of Fame. Awesome. Henry Black is not just a powerful and skillful on-air personality. He is also a highly anointed motivational speaker, preacher, and teacher. Henry Black is the pastor of Covenant Keepers United Christian Fellowship, Incorporated. Pastor Black began speaking the good news of Jesus Christ from the pulpit in 1982 under the leadership of late Bishop Jim D. Moore of Monroe, Louisiana. Pastor Black considers himself as a youth leader extraordinaire. He organized the Las Vegas Youth Mass Choir in 1996, consisting of urban community youth ages 9 through 19. Black is motivated by one of his favorite scriptures, and that scripture is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And Pastor Black, welcome to the Wyleaner Show. How are you?
Blessings, I'm great.
Wonderful. So how was your week?
Oh, a week. Hot.
Okay. So you sound like you're talking Las Vegas talk right now.
Definitely.
Which hot is probably our middle name.
Hot in Vegas.
Yes,
and humid.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We did get a little sprinkle, so that created the humidity, I believe.
But it was wonderful.
Yes, it is. It is, truly. Okay, so Pastor Black, I have another guest that I would like to introduce to the rest of my listeners and viewers, and we're going to take a break. Before I introduce him, we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, I'm going to introduce my other guest. Is that okay with you?
It's your show. It's the Wyleaner Show.
It's the Wyleaner Show, and it's where?
Where the rubber meets the road.
Hello. You know what's up. Now, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. See, I got a pro on the show here to say where the rubber meets the road. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Wyleaner, the Las Vegas Queen of Gospel. First of all, I really do appreciate your listening and viewing my show every week. I would greatly appreciate your financial assistance as well to keep my show on the air. Please just make some type of contribution. $5, $10, $20, $50, $100 or more. Whatever you desire. Please log on to www.wyleanertvshow.com and click the pay button. Or please send your check or money order to Wyleaner, that's spelled Wyleaner, to 420 North Nellis Boulevard, Suite A3, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89110. Also, if you would like to be a guest on the show, please call 702-242-2100 or email me at WyleanerTVShow@AOL.com. That's all for now, and thanks again for your continued support. Blessings to you too, and this is where the rubber meets the road.
Okay, everybody, get to a better state with State Farm. All right, so listen, I'm going to introduce my next guest. And this gentleman, his name is Doug Briney. Doug Briney is an award-winning country music artist and pastor who has spent more than 20 years in Anchorage, Alaska, now based in Nashville, Tennessee. Doug's debut album, It's All Country, received international airplay and chart success, reaching top 10 status on both the iTunes Country New Release Sales Chart and the Roots Music Report airplay charts. His follow-up, Super Country Cowboy, has achieved similar success. Doug is a proud member of the Country Music Association independently. Doug generously donated his profits from his single release, Unknown Soldier, to the veterans charities. The video won Best Music Video at the 2014 International Music and Entertainment Awards in Ashland, Kentucky. He is currently working with the National Parkinson's Foundation to raise funds from the charity via the release of Parkinson's Song. Doug Briney, are you with me?
I'm right here.
Well, hello there, Pastor Doug. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you tonight, Diane?
I'm wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I want to welcome you to the Wyleaner Show. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Okay, and tell me where are you calling from?
I'm actually in Nashville right now.
Okay. Nashville. Okay, listen, it looks like I'm getting some feedback, and I keep hearing, so if you got some volume turned up over there on your end, Pastor Doug, can you just turn it all the way down? Because I keep getting the feedback. Okay.
The only thing I've got is the telephone there, so that's the only thing I can shut off.
No, we don't want to shut the phone off. Okay, so, all right, well, we'll see what happens here. Okay, so listen, Pastor Doug, how was your week?
I had a great week. It wasn't as hot here. We cooled down. We had some rain, and we've had thunderstorms all week long.
Okay, all right. Okay. All right. I'm not sure what's going on with the double sound here, but anyway, I guess we'll figure it out. We'll work it out somehow. So listen, Pastor Doug, you are that of the Southern Baptist. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Is this going to be a better sound if I do like this? Is that going to be better?
Yes. I think
Okay.
that's a whole lot better.
Okay, so we'll just have we'll double up like this, but that'll work. I even forgot the question. I was trying to take care of the audio concerns. Sorry.
No, I was just trying to find out what kind of week you had. How was your week?
It was good. I didn't have the heat that you guys had. We've had thunderstorms and severe weather all week long, but I don't mind that so bad.
Okay, all right. Well, we don't do too much on thunderstorms, but every once in a while those storms will hit us. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, Pastor Doug, you're that of Southern Baptist. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, and then I'd like to introduce to you, Pastor Doug. I have here with me Pastor Henry Black of Las Vegas, and he is that of non-denominational, right, Pastor Black?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you two gentlemen are in the music industry.
Yes, we are.
Okay. All right. Okay, so listen, I'm going to be asking you guys some questions, and those questions are going to be in relation to music, okay? And I think that we should just go ahead and get this party started. How about that? You
Let's
both
go for
agree?
it.
Sounds like
Let's
it's
go
fun to
for
me.
it.
Y'all ready for the rubber to
That
meet the
sounds like fun.
road?
Let's get the rubber on the road here.
All right. Okay. Okay, so under your Pastor Black, under your denomination, do you use the Bible? Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Which Bible do you use?
Holy Bible.
I love it. Okay, you say you use the Holy
The
Bible.
one without
Holy
any
one.
other words on it, just Holy Bible.
Okay, the one that just say Holy
Holy.
Bible. Oh. Okay. Okay. And what day do you worship, Pastor Black?
What day?
Yes.
Every day.
Okay. What is your main day of worship at your church service?
Our church service standardly on Sundays.
Okay. All right. So,
And
Pastor
Wednesday, I'm sorry.
and Wednesday. Okay. Pastor Doug,
Yes.
what do you use the Bible?
Yes, we do.
Okay. And what Bible do you use?
We also use the Holy Bible. We have several different translations that folks use. My personal favorite is the Holman Christian Standard Version. That's what I like to do my study from.
Okay. All right. Okay. And which day do you worship?
Well,
Your main day of
We
worship.
do that every day, but our church comes together to worship corporately on Sundays, and then we also have Wednesday evening Bible study and prayer meeting.
Okay. All right. So listen, guys, I would like it very much if y'all check out, just listen to what I want to share with you. I want to share a little bit of an article with y'all here today. It says too many churches today are allowing music to be used in their services that is not glorifying to the Lord and can actually be a hindrance to the teaching of sound doctrine. Pastors and leaders should be using their leadership role to test what is being played and sung in their churches. Though some are quick to test preaching and teaching from their pulpits, many ignore the music being used in the same services. This is a tragic mistake. Music is a powerful medium. It is something that affects deeply the body and mind and emotions. It is a proven fact that music often stays with a person far longer than what is taught or preached. Songs roam around in your heads, especially if the melody appeals to us. What is often overlooked? Okay, looks like we may have lost our person by phone. Okay, so call back in, Pastor Doug. Okay, what is often overlooked is the serious impression music makes on people and the teaching they are getting over and over again as they allow the song to repeat in their minds and on their lips. Music teaches things much more subtle, yet sometimes far more effectively. Pastor Black, I'd like to have you to take a moment to elaborate on that article that I just shared with you. Give me your feedback on what you just heard, please.
First and foremost, we are words housed in flesh. So everything about man is made up of words. We are nothing but words. God spoke and there was. We are, again, the ruah of God, the breath of God. So that's the first thing you got to understand, is that everything about us is a word. So it's words, rather we dance it out, or words, rather we sing it out or speak it out, or what you call nonverbal communication. So that's the first thing I just kind of wanted to, and so in your elaboration on that article, particularly you were mentioning that the songs put a lot more embed a message in us where if I can understand it properly, the preach word doesn't.
That's the article.
Did I interpret it
Yes,
correctly?
yes.
Okay.
But Pastor, can you hold your thought for me just 1 second, and I'm gonna have you to pick right back up. We got to take a break. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Wyleaner, the Las Vegas Queen of Gospel. First of all, I really do appreciate your listening and viewing my show every week. I would greatly appreciate your financial assistance as well to keep my show on the air. Please just make some type of contribution. $5, $10, $20, $50, $100 or more. Whatever you desire. Please log on to www.wyleanertvshow.com and click the pay button. Or please send your check or money order to Wyleaner, that's spelled Wyleaner, to 420 North Nellis Boulevard, Suite A3, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89110. Also, if you would like to be a guest on the show, please call 702-242-2100 or email me at wyleanertvshow@aol.com. That's all for now, and thanks again for your continued support. Blessings to you too, and this is where the rubber meets the road.
Okay, Pastor Black, go ahead.
Miss Wyleaner, I have to tell you first, thank you for having me on your show. Before I go any further, I need to back up a little bit and tell you that before your billions of audience that may be listening and watching, first and foremost, I'm sorry. Thank you, first of all, having me as guest on the Wyleaner Show. It's a pleasing pleasure to be here.
Well, it's my pleasure to have you, Pastor. And you are so welcome.
You are
so welcome.
Thank you, and I love you.
Okay, all right, love you too. Okay.
To continue with the answer that or the comment that I was having, I do want to say again, as I shared before, we're words housed in flesh, and not to repeat any of what I've already said, but that what we were, if you will, responding to the scripture or the preached word having less impact than the song word. And I would disagree with that. I don't necessarily agree wholeheartedly with that.
Okay.
And the because is there's so many quotes that we can quote sometimes where we can't remember the words of songs. We can remember the beat, and we don't always we don't even know the lyrics to a lot of songs. It's a beat that catches us. And in fact, I have a saying, gotta have the rhythm, can't live without the praise. It's about the rhythm and the praise.
Okay.
And so it's a lot of times it's the catchy phrase in the music, but the lyrics we don't even know.
Okay.
And let the anthems be some of our national anthems be an example to that. A lot of folk know the medley of it, but they don't know the words, and that's just some people. That's just my perspective. I don't necessarily agree wholeheartedly with that article.
Okay. All right. Pastor Doug, are you with us?
I am. I'm right here.
Okay. So, Pastor Doug, did you hear the article that I shared with you?
I did. I heard that.
Okay, so can you give me your elaboration on it, please?
Well, I think Pastor Black has hit on something. I don't know that one is more powerful than the other. I think that they work in conjunction with each other. I think the Word of God is sharper and more powerful than any two-edged sword, it tells us. And I think that it needs to be proclaimed. But I think there's also some songs that I know personally in my life, and I have been down very deep in despair. It's been the song lyrics, and it's been the melody of the song, and it's been singing that song that has lifted me out of that time of despair. So I think they both stick, and I think it's where you're at in your life. I think some people come into church to be entertained. I think the ones that come in to be strictly entertained are going to be entertained more by the music, more by the band, than they are by the spoken word. But I think there's going to be those who are coming into worship, and I think the ones who come into worship are going to be blessed by the Spirit through the music, as well as through the word, as well as through the offering, and even sometimes the announcement. I mean, those are sometimes dry, but when we're there to worship and our heart is right there, I think all those things come together.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Pastor, for that. I'm getting a lot of static here, and I'm not exactly sure what's going on, why I'm getting so much static. Okay, there, it seems to be gone now. That's great. Okay, listen, gentlemen, Pastor Doug, I'm going to ask you this question first. Does your denomination Does your denomination believe in music in your church? Yes or no? That's all I want is a yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. And Pastor Black, same question?
Yes.
Okay. Does your denomination, Pastor Doug, believe in music, loud music, upbeat music, soft music, slow conservative music, middle of the road music, a variety of music, and or a certain genre of music?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Now you said denomination, and within the denomination, we have churches that use specific genres. We have churches that have that use slow music. We have churches that use loud music. We have churches that use soft music. So we have a combination of all the above.
Okay. Wow, I'm not sure where that static is coming from, but it's pretty loud. I don't know if everybody else can hear it. But anyway, okay. Okay. So, Pastor Doug, you sound like you guys under the Southern Baptist and your teaching and your belief, you just have a lot of different variety going on there. There's all kinds of music.
There's all kinds of music. Each church in the Southern Baptist Convention is autonomous, so they have their own. They're autonomous. They're independent. The denomination does not control what each church does.
Okay. All right. Okay, so Pastor Black.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you hear that question?
I did.
Okay, so the same question is to you as well.
Yes.
Huh? Y'all answer me? That's my answer?
That's
yes?
like Pastor Doug said, yes.
Okay.
I liked his answer. He said yes on all. Music is yes.
So just all of the above is what you're saying to me. All of the above.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, wait.
Well,
Let me
all right,
let me tell the whole truth.
That's what you're supposed to do on the Wyleaner show now. Come on now. You got to do it right. Go ahead.
I don't think that we've encountered all music yet.
Okay.
I do believe that we welcome most music.
Okay.
And music now is so wide range. I don't think that we've had everything come across our church.
Okay, so then what it takes me to really to ask you, is there a certain genre? And Pastor Doug, I'm coming back to you because I'm not going to let you get away with that. Okay? Is there a certain genre, Pastor Black, that you incorporate in your fellowship, in your worship?
Specifically, we are praise and worship in this new era, new age movement. Praise and worship is, I don't know if you want to call it Maranatha or just worship ensemble type music. Yes, there is a certain genre that we go more for choirs, if you would, even the Southern gospel kind of thing. That I call it knee slapping music. You know, with the bass guitar and the lead guitar and the drum. That's about,
Well, wait a minute now.
Yeah.
What you know about that? Let's see if Pastor Doug is there. It look like Pastor Doug. Pastor Doug, would you be an expert in that field as far as the knee slapping, type?
I think I can even bring the washboard if he wants.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
When I pass.
Don't bring no spoons now.
Yeah, when I pastored up in Alaska, I pastored the Cowboy Church of Anchorage, so we use specifically country western music as our main genre. We use a lot of the modern praise music, but we adapted it and made it country. Here in Nashville, I attend a church, and I'm an associate pastor of a church, and we have two services. We have a very contemporary service where we use a lot of Chris Tomlin, a lot of Hillsong, a lot of that type of music, and then we have a second service that is very traditional, pipe organ and piano, very liturgical.
Okay.
So we have we have two services, and each service then accommodates one of those styles and one of those genres.
Okay. Pastor Doug, I'm going to ask you to do me a quick favor. I'm going to ask you to hang up and call back Let's try that because the static is really pretty overwhelming. So just call me back and we're going to take this caller. Hello, caller. How are you?
I'm fine, Wyleaner. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Will you state your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, this is Amber Allison.
Okay.
So,
I'm still getting the static, so.
can you hear
Okay.
me?
Okay. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
I'm sorry. We haven't looked. Oh, I cut her off. Okay, Amber, call back, please. I'm sorry. That static is all over the place.
That's what you call live radio.
Yeah, it's definitely live.
Live.
It's real live right now.
Only live.
You know? Okay, so anyway, our caller is calling back, and we're going to take that caller, and we're going to see what the caller has to say here. So hang on just a moment, and let's get that caller back in place where she was. Okay. Okay, I'm going to wait on my producer. So listen, Pastor Black, I'm going to chat with you for a minute while he's getting the call ready here. Do you think that music plays an important role in the church? If so, how?
Wow. It is a mood setter. It's a mood changer. Music is a mood changer, and it's also, if you would, it's almost like ushering us into getting us prepared in a certain mindset. So it's very important
Yes.
to have music incorporated into your worship. I think it's extremely important. And anybody who don't appreciate, and then I did hear where you were going earlier, loud music, soft music.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Okay.
I heard into that.
Okay.
And there are some ministries who don't necessarily believe in music at all. In fact, I believe there's some that may think it's the devil's, to have music in the church. So
Okay.
that's a whole nother kind of show.
Well, let's see what our callers want to say about this. Okay, hang on just a second. Hello, caller, how are you? Hello, caller, how are you?
Allison.
Okay, is this Amber calling back?
Yes, it is.
Okay, Amber, I apologize for that. I'm trying to be a PBX operator here.
I feel you.
Okay, so Amber, you stated your name. Where are you calling from?
Well, I'm calling from Las Vegas.
Okay, Las Vegas. And are you watching or listening?
Well, I'm trying to do both.
Okay.
I tried the radio, but I was getting a lot of static as well.
Okay, all right.
I switched to the computer.
Okay, so Amber, state what's your purpose for the call today? You got a question
Well,
or comment?
the subject is music in the
Yes.
church.
Yes.
And I have to say, personally, there's not too much music I wouldn't agree with having in the church.
Uh-huh.
And because of that, now I happen to be Seventh-day Adventist.
Okay.
And they lean more toward what Pastor Black was saying in the sense that, some of them just feel like a lot of music is devil music.
Okay.
And they're not trying to hear that or feel it.
Okay.
So a lot of times now, I happen to sign music. Pastor Black was talking about words in general when he started. And, signing music, using sign language to do gospel music, that just takes it to another level. Okay.
Okay.
So I've had many hearing people tell me how blessed they were just watching me sign the music. And it made me think how a lot of times I've also had some Adventist churches, look at me like I was doing devil worship or something.
Wow.
Because I was signing the music. And it's like, I guess they expected me to just stand in one spot and move my hand. Okay.
Okay.
But signing words is just like singing words.
Uh-huh.
Most people who sing gospel music don't just stand in one spot and just move their mouth.
Okay. Okay.
So I move when I sign the music.
Except for Lee Williams.
And it's always a blessing. So given and, received.
Yes.
Music is very important, but it's more your state of mind. You have to receive it correctly,
Okay.
Because all people giving it can do is give it. But if your heart and mind aren't right to receive it, that's, I hate to say it, but that's your problem. You know what I'm saying?
So that's just where the rubber meets the road. It's your problem, huh?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Well, Amber, is that all? I have another caller on hold. Is that all?
Well, in my opinion, music is of God, so
Okay.
everything of Him is good.
Wonderful. Okay. So what I'm going to do is take the other caller, and then I'm going to have these two pastors to come back and elaborate on what you said. Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for calling in. Thanks for watching and listening. Both.
No problem.
All right. All right. Hello, caller. How are you?
Hello, how you all doing today?
Okay. Wonderful. State your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Brother Peter, and I'm calling from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Okay, Brother
I want to
Peter.
say hello to you, Wyleaner, and to Pastor Black.
Hey, Mr. Minister Peter.
Okay.
How you doing, sir? Yeah, I was just tuning into the show, and I was listening to it, but my mind was going back to, I think it's Thomas Dorsey, those that wrote the songs, Precious Lord, Take My Hand. I guess, Pastor Black, you can help me out with that. But I'm more into the quartet gospel scene, and I'm also into the traditional choir singing. And gospel music has come a long way. I mean, when you have like Elvis and different other folks, Morris Chapman and all those other, singers and writers, songwriters, and I was just tuning into your show, and I was letting you know that, our young people, like Pastor Black was saying earlier, that praise and worship is kind of where it's going to contemporary now. And when I was young and growing up, we used to always hear a lot of traditional gospel, God has smiled on me, and there's other songs that we used to sing. And, I really enjoy it all. I mean, whether it's the, Caucasian or African-American, all gospel music is the same. It's all written throughout the Bible.
Okay, now it's not all called gospel, though, I don't think, is it?
I wouldn't say it's called gospel, but Christian music.
Okay. Or spiritual or religious or something like that, huh?
Right.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, Peter Dixon, thank you very much for calling in. And do you have anything else? You just want to ask a question of either one of my guests? Or
I just wanted to say, Pastor Black, can you explain a little bit how the praise and worship started developing in the churches? Because I remember we used to do prayer, devotion, and congregation songs. So maybe you can go a little bit deeper into that so that folks that don't know, they will know.
Okay. All right. So we're going to thank you so much. We're going to have Pastor Black to take your question on the air, and you off the air. Okay. Thank you so much. Go ahead, Pastor.
Oh my goodness. Both of you, I need to make this really, really quick and the best I can.
Okay.
Because you hit on something and you hit on something.
Okay.
And the young lady hit on something.
Okay.
We kind of definitely cover a large genre of music industry, of fields. And this controversial, one of them is controversial, including dance. Now, because they got crunk dancing it's a part of worship.
What is it called?
Crunk. Crunk dancing, a part of, where they dance, but they dance like it's
is
very,
that something like twerking?
Yes. A lot like twerking.
You gotta be kidding me.
But then you have gospel rap artists, and that's very controversial. And so I just kind of wanted to elaborate, even in all of these areas of signing and, if you would, worship, praise dancing, and then they got crunk. And so it's so many different ways to worship. And again, we're words housed in flesh. God himself has to be the judge ultimately. But we have a choice as to what we will receive in our own environments, if you will. So we have that control. We have that ability to say, yeah, I don't like that, or I do like that.
Okay.
But rather it's right or wrong, I do believe that's in the heart of the worshiper. Number one, some people don't even know that they're crunking, man, maybe doing a crunk dance or whatever.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk about that crunk
again.
Yeah,
that's real deep. But,
right.
But to answer Peter Dixon's question, because it did come, this new era of music has come around real strong with the Israel Houghton, and he mentioned Hillsong, and he mentioned, Pastor definitely mentioned of some of the same artists that we all are on the same page when it comes to this worship, style of worship in the church. And this is a new style, if you would, to me. It's new style because we used to do choirs and they walk in. We don't even do processionals anymore. Walk in the black churches anyway. Walk in with the robes and they go to the choir stand and sing. Nowadays we just do the praise and worship and they stand before the congregation and do that. It's a different movement, and I think it's all to be well respected. But I believe in saying that it's about creativity.
Okay.
And how to usher the people in because people get tired of the same movement. So I think it's just a new way of trying to keep the fire hot, if you would, or people interested into the worship service.
Okay. Well, thank you for that, Pastor Black. Pastor Doug, are you with me?
I am still here.
Okay. All right. So, Pastor Doug, would you say that this is true? That the statement I'm about to make is a true statement, okay? The statement is, the better the music, the bigger the church.
No.
Why not? Wouldn't you say that a lot of a church is, that people go to? Well, here's my next question which is in relation to that question. Do you think that many people go to church just for the music and a good feeling? Further saying that if there wasn't what they would call good music, they would not attend that church.
That answer would be yes. And if I can elaborate on both of those.
Yes.
I don't think that good music makes a large church. I think sometimes what happens is larger churches have a deeper pool of people and a deeper pool of talent to draw from to bring out the very best. But I don't think that's what makes them large to begin with. I think oftentimes it really boils down to leadership and God's anointing on that church, more to create the size. And I think it's the church being faithful with the talents that God has given it, allowing people to do the ministries that they've been called to, allowing them to minister freely, as Pastor Black was saying. Whether it's through dance, whether it's through music, whether it's through interpretive sign, whether it's through drama, whether it's through puppets, puppet ministry or whatever the ministry is, but the church allows them to do that. And I think when we really use those talents for the Lord, I think He pours out His blessings, and the church can grow. And as it grows, then He adds more talents to that church. So that's why I said no to that first question. I would say yes to the second question, that there are a lot of people who come to be entertained. And I said that earlier. I think that's part of our problem in the United States, is we have raised up, and the truth of the matter is it's more the Generation X than it is this new generation that's coming up, this millennial generation that's coming up. They're entertained 24 hours a day. They've got their cell phones. Hey, I didn't have a cell phone when I was a kid. I wasn't able to watch YouTube and these different things. We can watch entertained. It's 24 hours a day now on their phones and televisions.
Yes.
That we didn't have. So they're looking for more authentic worship, I believe, than what I was looking for and my generation was looking for. So the first answer, no, I don't think a large church brings about a good music program, or is result of a good music program. I think a large church is able to do a better music program, and better because they have more resources. Yes, I think that there's a lot of people in our churches that are there to be entertained. I think there's a lot of people that are drawn to things that are excellent, but they're drawn there for that excellence, not necessarily because God has brought them there.
Okay. Well, listen. Thank you for that, Pastor. I appreciate that. Now, Pastor Black, I'm actually not going to give you that same question, although you might feel like you got something to say about it.
Sure do.
Well, I tell you what, I'll give you 1 minute on that one because I want to take you somewhere else. Go ahead.
God forgive us, because I believe that we've pimped our talents. And I just kind of want to back up and say that this whole subject it's way deeper, of course, and I know you're going to have a part 2 next week. So we're excited to hear that. I am excited to hear that. And prayerfully I'll be able to hear and see. But we have abused our anointing. And I'm praying that the singers and musicians, all of the talent, if you can hear me, I pray that we would give it back to God. Because at this point, we're selling it to man. And that's where we've abused our anointing. God did not give us this anointing that we would pimp him.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop you right there, Pastor Black, because I want to
went real deep.
Yeah,
I went real deep.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
but
I was
okay.
scared I wouldn't get another chance.
But that's okay. You go. You're gonna get another chance, okay? But what I want to say to you is, since you're mentioning about selling the, I want to go somewhere else with this music business. Now you are a radio personality, so granted, you play music on Sundays, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you play religious music for your tenure at the radio station, however long you're there. You play all these different types of religious music.
Yes,
okay, all right. So, do you feel, or don't you feel, because a lot of people feel that music in the quote-unquote church has really gone outside of the boundaries of the church, and it's more of a sell-out type situation, more of a money thing, where that you have music called crossover.
Okay.
Now, you're familiar with crossover,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Okay, so crossover, since you're in this music business, can you tell my listeners and viewers, just give them the definition of crossover,
Simply
please?
a music that may have started in one genre of gospel, if you will, in this sense, gospel or religious base, and it went into the secular arena.
Okay, all right. So with that being said,
And received into the secular arena.
Okay.
You know.
All right. So with that being said, in other words, what you're saying is it can be played on a mainstream radio station
in the church and then in the club.
And then in the club. Hello. Okay, so now here we go. The rubber's gonna meet the road on the Wyleaner Show before we go off the air. I want y'all to know that. Okay, so here we go with the music sounding like. Do you think that music is supposed to make me wanna, when I used to go to the club? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes.
When I used to go cut the rug at the club.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I want to know, do you feel that it's still a blessed kind of music, or it's still a worship kind of music if it's being played inside the church, quote-unquote church, but yet it makes me feel like I want to twerk, or
There's
I want to do
a gray area
the
there.
boogie-woogie?
Wyleaner, there's a very gray area in that area because there's a preference. I believe it's a personal preference. Most importantly, my son.
Okay, well, speak under non-denominational teaching, if you will, because I'm going to go over here to Pastor Doug on the Southern Baptist also. So I want you to talk.
I ain't speak as a man. I don't know about denomination or non-denomination. I'm going to speak as a person in terms of of what I've been exposed to and what I've seen and heard.
All right.
Because of what you said, there's two things to bring out of that, if you would, bedroom type music. And I've heard this.
Okay, honey, where you at, honey? I'm just on the radio, baby, okay? All right. I just want to let my husband know. We're just on the radio. We're on the Wyleaner Show. But go ahead.
I'm just saying, there's some music that takes you there. There's some music that I believe it's intentional to take you there by gospel singers, though.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. There's one in particular.
So is that about money?
Come on. Bishop T.D. Jakes put out a CD entitled Satin Sheets. If you hadn't heard, now you know, and one called Love Songs. There's another one called Wedding and Love Songs, and they're by various gospel artists: Daryl Coley, Marvin Sapp, Vicky Wines, and the list goes on. And Dwayne Starling, and it goes on and on. My statement is saying that's one side of it. Then my other side of it is when you take, if they call it mixtapes these days. So they'll take a Lil Wayne song and flip the words, I have a whole genre, a whole lot of it that
Lil Wayne?
They'll take
You didn't say Lil Wayne.
They'll take a beat from a secular, I'm going to say it without calling a name.
Okay.
Take a beat from a secular song, artist that's got a really hot beat and familiar beat.
Okay.
And they'll change the words to that song.
Wow.
And they'll put it out. And they call it mixtape.
Okay.
Okay,
well, I tell you what, see, that's why we got to have 2 parts to this show right here, because we might even need 3 parts, because it's something we got to take a break. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Wyleaner, the Las Vegas Queen of Gospel. First of all, I really do appreciate your listening and viewing my show every week. I would greatly appreciate your financial assistance as well to keep my show on the air. Please just make some type of contribution. $5, $10, $20, $50, $100 or more. Whatever you desire. Please log on to www.wyleanertvshow.com and click the pay button. Or please send your check or money order to Wyleaner, that's spelled WYLEANER, to 420 North Nellis Boulevard, Suite A3, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89110. Also, if you would like to be a guest on the show, please call 702-242-2100 or email me at wyleanertvshow@aol.com. That's all for now, and thanks again for your continued support. Blessings to you too, and this is where the rubber meets the road.
Okay, listen, boy, I tell you what, I got to go over here to Pastor Doug now, because now Pastor Doug, you familiar with the crossover?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so what is your elaboration on the question that I just asked? You know, do you think it's okay for that music to be in the church and make me want to do the boogie woogie or the doody doo or whatever, to cut the rug, you know, do a little stepping and, you know, all this kind of stuff here? What you think?
I'll tell you from my own personal belief on this, because I sing, I classify my music that I sing positive country, and I sing in a lot of bars, I sing in a lot of casinos, I sing in a lot of places where a lot of Christians would not
go
to be seen, and I sing positive country in there, and I think a lot of it comes down to the delivery of the person and the person's testimony. Because I'm in a bar, does not mean that I'm getting drunk, and it does not mean that I'm drinking. I'm in that bar, I still am able to maintain my testimony as a performer. I drink water. I sit down. I listen to people's. I talk with my fans ahead of the shows or after the shows. Get to know them a little bit, and they get to know me a little bit. But I've had opportunity after opportunity in those bars, talking with people to say, hey, you know, that sounds like a really terrible problem, and I can't imagine going through that alone. And for me personally, I've never had to go through that alone because I have a Savior who cares about me. Would you like to know this person? And I've had the opportunity to witness in several bars. So
well, I might walk past and see.
From a little bit different perspective than what your question is, but I'm trying to answer it there by saying I think it really boils down to the artist, what they're trying to accomplish. Are they trying to accomplish, like Pastor Black said, there's some that are trying to make that bridge and be accepted on all levels, and then there's some who are trying to make that bridge and use it as a bridge to be able to share their faith with others. And I don't have a problem with someone sharing their faith with others through music, whether that's me personally. You don't ever want to see me crunk or try to twerk or anything like that. That's something that you just really don't want to see. This guy, I do not have rhythm as far as that goes. I can't dance to save my life.
But do you feel that music belongs in your church?
I wouldn't be able to worship to it. Me personally, I could not worship to it. But I also know some people that is absolutely the music that they relate to, and they hear those lyrics where I struggle to hear that type of lyric. It doesn't make sense to me. I have some friends that makes perfect sense to them, and they can hear those lyrics, and they get excited about worshiping God through that.
It may be expedient, but not
it's
relevant.
Like Pastor Black said, it's a gray area. It is a gray area because I also have a friend that was saved out of a very deep rock and roll background, and for him, when he hears rock music now, it takes him back to before he was a Christian, and it's very difficult for him. So it's an individual experience. I don't think that music in itself is inherently evil or good. I think it's how it is used, and I think it's how we receive it.
Well, thank you, Pastor Doug, for that. Well, some people would say, and many people would say, that you are bringing the devil into the church. You're bringing Satan into the church. Okay, I'm talking to both of y'all, Pastor Black as well. Many people would say you're bringing Satan into the church when you allow what we just mentioned, crossover type music that sounds like secular, makes me feel like I want to do the hoochie coo, but yet it's in my worship. And some people will say that you are allowing Satan, or you are bringing the world into your worship. We're about to get up out of here, y'all, and I'm looking forward to and hoping that I can have both of you gentlemen back with me again next week. Hopefully, Pastor Black, I realize you're going to be traveling, and so maybe you can, just take a minute out for the Wyleaner show next week. Okay, hopefully you can do that.
Wyleaner?
Yes.
Take 15 seconds and just answer that real quick.
Okay, 15 seconds.
15 seconds, I promise you. I just want to clarify. What I was talking about is taking Christian music into the world, not bringing the worldly music into the church.
Okay.
And there is a difference.
Okay. And that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at, and that's where we're going to pick up next week, Pastor Black.
Let there be a difference between holy and unholy.
Okay. See, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about, is there a difference? Is there supposed to be a difference? Well, we don't know. But we're going to be back next week, and we're going to talk about this a little bit more, because I think we got a lot to say when it comes to music in the church. Y'all know who I am. I'm Wyleaner, the Las Vegas Queen of Gospel, and you know what's going to happen. We'll see you next week for the Rubber to Me the Road. See you next week.